How to Kiss a Man. Dedicated to Robert Smith, Jr. Pamphlet 4.4 in the popular How to Do Just About Darn Near Anything series. Self-published by the Pampering Pamphleteer of Savannah, Georgia. Parenthesis. By How to Kiss a Man, I am referring to how to kiss a man by a man. For other kissing pamphlets, such as How to Kiss a Woman, Pamphlet 4.2, please visit my popular and colorfully interactive website at www.howtoforyou.com, in parentheses. Brackets. In the aforementioned pamphlet, How to Kiss a Woman, I'm referring to how to kiss a woman by a man. For the latest exciting, hot off the Xerox machine addition to the series, How to Kiss a Woman by a Woman, Pamphlet 4.3, again, just go to my website, in brackets. Alrighty then, where to start? Definition and a tiny slice of history. A kiss, of course, involves the act of pressing one's lips against the lips or other body parts of another human. Parenthesis. Although I suppose some people do smooch their dogs and cats. And one time, a skinny girl told me that she even kissed her boa constrictor Charles goodnight every single night at 11 p.m. In parentheses. Brackets. It is the policy of the pamphleteer to offer no judgment of, well, of anything, in brackets. According to my primary source, Wikipedia, quote, cultural connotations of kissing vary widely. A kiss may be used to express sentiments of love, passion, affection, respect, greeting, friendship, and good luck, among many others, end quote. Kissing appears for the very first time in recorded history in the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 26, when Isaac kissed his adult son, Jacob. After being given food and wine, Isaac said to Jacob, "Come here, my son, and kiss me." So Jacob went to him and kissed him. And there you go. The first example of a kiss in the Bible is a man kissing a man. Parentheses. Okay, so it's a son kissing his dad. Still, and we've all heard the phrase, kissing cousins, in parentheses. Brackets. It is the policy of this pamphlet series to cast no aspersions on one's kissing or sexual practices. Thank you for your understanding, in brackets. Later on, in the book of 1 Samuel, we find yet another pair of guys, kissing. The best friends, David and Jonathan. So that's probably enough about that. Personal experience of kissing men. Perhaps the clearest and most pedagogically sound method of instructing you about man kissing, hereafter known as MK, is to pretend I have experience with kissing men and relate the lessons learned to you. Let's begin with the problematic MKs. We might as well get the most common one out of the way, the Vidalia kiss. You know what I'm talking about. There is probably nothing worse than leaning in for a sweet kiss, and as you get closer to his cute, sexy mouth, smelling, almost tasting, yuck, dinner. Onions, leeks, turnips, antique red cabbage, or rutabagas. On my second date with Ralph, we didn't kiss on the first. I'm not a slut. Usually. After walking through the restaurant door and being greeted with a resounding and friendly, "Welcome to Moe's," Ralph ordered the rubric nachos, loaded with peppers and both grilled and raw onions, smothered in firehouse salsa. He leaned to my ear and whispered, "Sugar Daddy, you look so hot in those parachute pants. I could eat you right up." All I could see, well, smell, was the rubric. So I pretended to bang my head on the glass sneeze guard at the counter and said a hasty goodbye, with the excuse of going for a quick x-ray at the ER. A second tough kiss call is what I refer to as the frozen in time. I experienced it with Ralph on our third date, which we decided would take place at his mobile home. I planned to kiss him this time, so I brought dinner, a thin broth and white bread. Later, as we were sitting on his futon from Big Lots, in front of his mammoth TV, watching something or other, I leaned closer for our first kiss. Ralph never changed bodily position, posture, or angle of his ski hat-clad head. Weird, as if he had mastered kissing cryogenics. His stillness reminded me of an inflatable life-size doll from Sunset Novelties. Parenthesis. Not that I would know what that felt like or anything. In parenthesis. Come to find out, Ralph was simply mesmerized by what Sue was yelling at Will on a recorded episode of Glee. Let's not forget the 3 R's of bad kissing: the reptile, the rooster, and the roto-rooter. I learned about all 3 the hard way one midnight as I was helping Ralph study for his embalming 101 midterm. Unfortunately, Ralph had stayed up all night the night before rereading the Twilight books, well, the comic book versions, and so had consumed 3 Red Bulls and a Monster Nitro. His body shook, and I mean shook, as he reached to hug me, causing our matching Taylor Lautner t-shirts to wrinkle and dance like crazy. Ralph was a bit horny, so he began with the reptile kiss, where the tongue darts in and out of your mouth like a lizard probing for its next victim. It was exhausting and a little painful. Before I could recover or ask the next review question about formaldehyde, Ralph moved on to the rooster kiss. That's where the kisser begins to kiss the kissee, then suddenly pulls away and leans back, then forward, then back again. I think he was trying to imitate Edward kissing Bella in book 2. But I ended up with my second head injury related to Ralph. Finally, even through the reptile and the rooster, after they had done their damage, Ralph delved deeper, the roto-rooter, where the tongue ventures so far down your throat that it actually begins to choke and gag you. It hurts. And was I imagining it, or did I really smell formaldehyde under his breath? I'm sorry to say that I was forced to end my relationship with Ralph when I discovered that he was a Gleeker. No, not the fan of the show Glee, which, as you know, he was, but the real definition. Do any of you know that definition? Yeah. According to UrbanDictionary.com, my second source, gleeking, Gleeking, occurs, and be ready, this is a bit disgusting, when one ejects a thin squirt of saliva from underneath one's tongue, usually directed onto someone else's face unexpectedly during a kiss, sometimes accompanying a yawn. Well, I surprised Ralph one evening by showing up with a Homedics foot bath massager, thinking we could try something different that night. Boy, was that thought ever prophetic. He wanted to thank me with a kiss, which got a bit complicated since we were sitting on the futon, sharing the foot massager on the floor below us, his left foot and my right foot soaking in the warm water, playing tiddlywinks in the Bath & Body Works Sweet Pea bubbles. I looked at his face, trying as usual to avoid staring at the scar, when all of a sudden his mouth appeared 2 inches from mine. He yawned, and it happened in slow motion. He sprayed me. Parenthesis. Dear Lord, why did I let him eat those pork rinds earlier? And barbecued, in parentheses. I shook my head a little sadly, like Marley in his later years, wiped my face and then my feet on the futon, and left. I'd had enough of bad kissing. I did pause at the door to blow Ralph a quick kiss. Parentheses. Excuse the word blow, but it did fit. In parentheses. Brackets. For other meanings of blow, please order pamphlet 5.3, How to Do Sex Stuff. In brackets. The good kiss. I've practiced the 10 steps to the perfect kiss, and I bet you have too. 1, look in your partner's eyes in anticipation. 2, give a small suggestive smile. 3, lean in closer. 4, touch lightly the face or the body. Tilt your head. Relax your lips. 7, moisten your lips. Burt Bees is an MK standard. 8, close your eyes. 9, part your lips. 10, embrace the impact of the kiss. Faith Hill, my final expert, sings about the kiss and what it means / does in our lives. It's the way you love me. It's a feeling like this. It's centrifugal motion. It's perpetual bliss. It's that pivotal moment. It's unthinkable, unsinkable. It's subliminal, criminal. This kiss. So maybe I should stop trying to analyze and deconstruct the kiss and just kiss. Maybe we all should, gathered here tonight. Look around quickly. Find someone to kiss. It can be a smooch or full mouth contact, and kiss. The end.